welcome to Canada. The beginning of the 1992 adventure. This is Joe Masonic here in Edmonton. Well, Joe?
Actually, we're not in Edmonton, we're in Nisku.
Yes.
Southern suburb.
Near Leduc.
It's near the airport, actually.
Yes.
In about an hour, an hour and a half, we're going to fly out of here, go to Vancouver, and then staying at the Nisku Inn. Pan around and just take a look at the Nisku.
Well, there's not much to see.
Yes, this is the Cafe Martinique.
Joe is unwinding from a very stressful summer.
Yes, this summer was very stressful due to our move to a new house.
We leave you now. Today we embark for Vancouver, then Whitehorse. Later. And here we are in Whitehorse. And this is our van. There's Mr. K and Mr. J. This is the horse.
We're at the horse. And do you know why they call it White Horse?
Tell us.
It's because the swirling rapids of the Yukon River look like the rivulets of the mane of a horse as it runs. And this is how the Eskimos named it White Horse.
Okay, Joe.
Yes.
Now, you've just heard a little tape of our taped letter to Jack from 1974, January. What ways have you, are you still the same as you were back then in terms of your conscience and so forth? And what ways have you changed?
Listening to myself on the tape, it sounded like I really, for the most part, went with the flow. And, for instance, when I went to Denver, I didn't even know if there was going to be a knowledge session. I just went out there and took the chance. I didn't know where I was going to stay. And as I said, I tried to just stay with the flow and just see what happens. And I felt pretty good about that. But I don't think I do that as much anymore. My life is more planned. I don't think for the most part I just let it flow. My life is much more scheduled. So in that sense, I've changed probably for the worse.
And here's Mr. K. And this is where we spent our first night in the Hotel Carmack along the Yukon River. These are the mountains beyond the Titina Trench. And there's Mr. K, his better side. There's the Yukon River and Dawson City. Right, Joe?
Yep. Yukon River, Klondike River.
Yep, I reckon. This is Dawson City. White Fang. Or is this White Fang?
There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold, and the Arctic trails hold secret tales that'll make your blood run cold. And the northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labarge when I cremated Sam McGee.
Fix your car, too. Yeah, it caught my elbow. I didn't know I was going to balloon. Yeah, right. There we go. Hey, get out the way. The toe of Captain Dick.
So how did you get this one? Did somebody mail it to you anonymously?
Well, the doctor, Whitehorse, the patient, told the doctor to send it to me. It was chopped off the lawnmower, just brought it up to bed in the back to sew it back on again. So.
Does it get better each time you do it?
Just forget it's there.
I'm already drunk to try that. You got it there.
That's it.
Honored to see you, number 13.
And there it is.
That's great. That's great.
This is our bed and breakfast. We stayed last night. Church Street and 5th Avenue, Dawson City. Here's Mr. K. It's Tuesday morning.
It's a wonderful day.
Wonderful day.
Beautiful weather. Perfect weather.
In our van. We're waiting to ferry across the Yukon River here. There we go.
Joe's got a steer.
There, the river swings to the north.
Good buddy, 10-4.
That song. Who did that song?
There's our destination. The other side.
Yeah, Trucker Charlie.
In Dawson City. From the top of the world highway. To the visage of Mr. K.
Like this.
Joseph George.
What matching
Why don't you look at the scenery?
Just like an hour footage of the car.
The sourdough cabin.
Yep.
Miner Joe Masonic. The top of the world highway. The Alaskan border crossing. Here we are at Poker Creek, Alaska. Just crossed the border, 2:30 in the afternoon. Here on Tuesday, 12th, 1992. Another sled dog. Yes, here I am, en route to Fairbanks. The mountains in the background. And as we move the camera around, sun goes into my eyes. Behind me you can see our van, I believe. Off in the distance, Mr. K relieving himself somewhere over there. And today we plan on making it to Fairbanks, hopefully. So, I shall leave you now till later. And this is Joe searching for gold washed down from the mountains. It's the northern terminus of the Alcan Highway. Here's the pipeline from Alaska going down to the lower 48. It's the beginning of the pipeline. Moving its way on down. Fairbanks. All the way down to Valdez. Mr. K!
I'm digging it. I'm into it.
And in the back, Mr. Joe.
Yes, sir.
About 30 feet
Deep.
Ah, cool. Love it. And here's Eric Burton.
And here is the North Pole, home of Santa Claus. North Pole, Alaska. This is a train of Warren.
Harding's car.
And here comes his press advisors.
His handlers. So, Mr. President, how was your journey?
It was wonderful. Just don't tell my wife anything about it.
Here's the Cripple Creek Hotel and Dining. Where we spent last night here. About 7 miles out of Fairbanks. It's the local Malamute Saloon here at Cripple Creek. As we take the obligatory photos. Salmon catching wheel.
Quick, thank you, Dixie. Very nice.
Mary has especially large dogs, bigger than most of the racing dogs, but she likes to go on trips where they're full of heavy loads. And they love people. You'll find them very friendly, eager to see people. Helpful to have little children stand back when you're around the dogs, though, because they get real noisy and playful and distracted. Excuse me, Stuart. I can climb.
Like 200
You're right at it. Call it. You slip out of the sky, you lose a lot of altitude. Now he's over the water and he's been swinging around and line up to the airstrip. Now watch this right here. Just kind of steps back and really gets slow. Woo!
Our first view of Mount McKinley. And this from Fairbanks.
We're 200 miles away.
200 miles away. All right, these were our lodgings last night here in Fairbanks. This little cabin over here to the right, where Joe and I spent the night. Room enough for two in there. Back here we have Tom's dog. This is Mark, a local pilot, talking with Joe. The morning of August 15th. On the road to Anchorage. Approaching 6 in the morning. There's our supply train. Peanut butter and jelly. Okay, we're approaching moose on the right side here. The first wildlife that hasn't run off. The first sign of us. Making a nice pose, holding still for the cameras. An early morning view of McKinley. And the moon. Alright, here's the real Mount McKinley. As opposed to the baby Mount McKinley, which we've been viewing for the past few days. And the river going to Nenana. The Tanana River. We're in Nenana now. Stopping at the Ice Castle Cafe. See if there's any milk in here, or perhaps sourdough blueberry pancakes.
You make some sourdough pancakes?
No, we don't have sourdough.
You have regular pancakes? You make blueberry pancakes?
We're stopping here for pancakes.
Yes,
No sourdough, but
sourdough.
Jack will just have to wait. Checking out the menu. The brow of granite. Take it for granted.
Yeah, but Rick's got to turn the camera on to his famous like this. Because there it is, the visage. Yeah, do the visage shot. It's a classic. Very theatrical.
Yes, by popular demand.
The famed
I'm
visage.
doing the famed visage shot.
Visage cam.
Yes, and here we are in the Ice Castle Cafe. Alright, here's Mr. K. Eating the Pioneer Way.
This will stick to your ribs.
That's right.
Pure whole milk.
Moose milk.
That's right. The cream from the female moose.
And the pancakes? Here we go. Soaked in syrup, 30 weight.
And butter. Sits in your stomach like sand. It's going to fortify me to go shovel.
Yeah. And it's Mount McKinley from inside Denali Park. First good view on the road into the park. And about 300 feet down the road, I'm sort of curious about the cameramen up on the hill. Three days later, this is what's left. I said, oh no, don't bring me down. There's Mr. K riding shotgun. And the Mesmon. This is the little town of Talkeetna. I'm going to do a flight out of here. This is a plane we'll be taking in a few minutes. There's Jack and Joe. Well, we've gone up and we've come back down again. We saw the glaciers, passed over a great deal of land, saw a few moose. No other wildlife could be seen in the time that we were out. It was an interesting adventure. Until later, goodbye. We're approaching Anchorage now. Wonderful mountain range in the distance. And here's the ocean in Anchorage. And our van, looking back up the street here. A little dog running along the bike path. In the distance, I see Joseph and Jack. This is the Matanuska Glacier in the Matanuska Valley. Mr. K. In the back of Mr. J. Now we've come somewhat closer to the glacier, as you can see. Here's Joe making his way down the path, actually up to the front of the glacier here, and Jack following behind. Yes, and here I am in front of the glacier. Not the Mendenhall, but the glacier nevertheless. I'll descend now actually to the front face of the glacier. So, I shall talk to you later. Au revoir. And we see Joe and Jack approaching the glacier itself. Now this ice is embedded with all kinds of debris being carried by the glacier, slowly melting, as you can see. The water, again, coming out from under the glacier as it melts.
Walk over here.
Okay, here's all the little tiny bits of rock, as you can see, next to Jack's fingers, that the ice is pushed away. In the distance, we can see Joe up close to the face. And again, just having a person here gives us a sense of perspective as to how giant this thing is. Mr. K in the background. And we follow the little rivulets of water here as again they go down to meet the river below. Here's Joe once again. A little bit closer. Up close to, again, another face of the glacier. Got a nice contrast here. Peaks of snow up against the cloudy background. Find Joe down in the little valley here. We can follow back up. Picture of Mr. K back from where we came. Very slippery. We really don't have the equipment here. This is not soft snow. This is hard ice, like concrete. But adventuresome all the same. Well, here I am about, probably really only about a third to a halfway up the glacier. I think you can see some of the peaks of the glacier behind me. Here, I'm on my way down. Joe is still somewhere up there. But with these cameras, it's just too hard to climb any higher. Plus, we're in gym shoes, which makes it real difficult. Very, very slippery. So, talk to you later. And Joe continuing his return past the most difficult part of the climb. Now following just the little rivulets in the ice. So Joe has made it back. Okay, how far did you get, Jack?
Well, it looked like you got about, from where I'm standing, it looked like you got about 2/3 of the way up. You know, you're getting real close to the blue line there.
Yeah, I was very close to the blue line. In fact, where I was standing, it was all the blue stuff. Wish I had my camera, because you can see it. I was up real close.
Oh, you don't have your
But there was, I couldn't go much farther because there was a crevice that was, I didn't care to jump across. It was maybe 4 feet wide, and then I was beginning to see some holes where the water was dripping down that they just went down like 20 feet and they curved, and who knows how far.
What's rolling? He's rolling on. Rick's in his shorts. Yeah.
Okay, right now where are we at, Jack?
We're at the Matanuska Glacier.
And despite the fact that I'm in shorts, it's still fairly warm up here.
Yeah, I had to take my shirt off. I was getting too warm.
Making the climb.
Yeah. We've got tennis shoes on, pretty slippery on this ice. It would be nice to have crampons, but none of us has fallen so far. Of course, we're not off the glacier
We're not
yet.
back yet.
Yeah,
What
would you say the height of the glacier is to the top from the water here? Water? 200-300 feet?
Yeah, I'd say so. The size that you were, Joe, when you were 2/3 of the way up there.
Like a speck.
Yeah, you were about 1/4 of an inch tall from this perspective.
That's right.
I shrunk to 1/4 inch.
That's right, honey. I shrunk with that.
Well, gentlemen, we did it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Shall we head on back?
Let's head on
Signing
out of here.
off. The adventure continues.
It's a long way to Tok.
Right. One smoke over here. Cool. It was a brave thing you done.
Yeah. Thanks for pulling me out of that crevasse. The last second he grabbed me.
I did.
It is August 17th, 1992. The Snowshoe Motel in Tok. The same hotel we stayed in last Tuesday night. Well, Joe, how's it
A
going?
little bit nippy out here. Not too bad, though.
Not too bad
It
today.
was it was warmer. It was warmer today than it was last Tuesday morning. Wednesday morning.
So what's today's agenda here?
Today's agenda is to first get our sourdough pancakes that Jack has so eagerly awaited, and then to drive up to Whitehorse, or actually down to Whitehorse.
Down to
About
Whitehorse.
400 miles
On the Alcan Highway,
on the Alcan Highway. It's
past Haines Junction.
past Kluane National Park.
All right.
Maybe we'll climb another glacier today.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows what's in store for us.
Yes. Well, till later.
Till later.
The Wrangell Mountains in the distance. The Wrangell Range. The Silver City Ghost Town.
There we go.
There's Joe all set up in the old automobile.
Got a metal detector.
Okay, I'd like you guys to sit down here. This shot. Jack, you drive. Nice seats. Nick, you're in the middle.
All right.
Wait till you have a flower in your hand.
Hippies, piece of Hey, ready?
Here's Joe.
Okay, on 3. 1,
Take
2,
3.
Got it. Thank you. Yes, sir.
The mountains in the background.
Sorry if a truck's coming or something. Nah, I'd rather see what happens.
Here's Joe. Laying down in the middle of the Alcan, trying to get a shot here. And in the distance behind him is a gigantic truck coming. Well, gentlemen, this is the last morning. So what do you have to say for yourselves?
Well, I had an excellent time. Had a good time seeing you guys. We saw everything really that we wanted to do. The car worked well, and pretty good in the weather department. I'd say it rained maybe 20% of the time or something, but it was usually when we were driving. It really didn't put a damper on anything. Highlights for me, I really liked Dawson, and I really liked Barrow, and I really liked being at Fairbanks because we were there a little bit longer. Got to know Fairbanks, and I liked climbing the glacier. I got right up there, and thought that was fun. I don't have any real criticisms at all. My camera kind of fritzed out toward the end of the trip, but I was down with like 99% of my photos. So I feel rested, relaxed, reinvigorated, and I guess ready to go back. Back to teaching and plan for next summer.
All right.
That's all for me.
Joe.
Well, for me, one of the highlights was climbing the glacier. I think just being with my friends, spending time with my friends, talking, just being with them.
The long rides.
The bone-jarring chock holes. Actually, the road was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't in bad shape at all.
About 75% of it was very good, and it wasn't too much of a hardship trip. I mean, there was food available and gasoline, and along the way. And it must have been different just 10 years ago, I think. But had some good conversations. And saw some stunning scenery. The scenery I think is better than anything out west in the lower 48. Better than like Montana, Wyoming, Yellowstone, and so forth. I even think it's better than Yosemite because it's so vast. The land is so big and vast. You really get a sense of that. So probably the nicest scenery of any of the states.
Wherever you look, it's a beautiful scenery.
Eye-popping vistas.
Yes. Well, gentlemen, until next year. Sayonara. And this is a little panorama of Whitehorse, starting with the Klondike steamer. There's Joe rewinding his film.
Last film.
Last film of the trip, huh?
Just took 2 pictures of Whitehorse.
And now we're about to go and get a bite to eat.
Yep.
Return the old van.
Get on the airplane. Go back to Edmonton.
Yep, for tonight.